But whatever I do to this side of the blade initially, I want to do exactly the same over here throughout my entire grind. All right. I'm Stephen Bateman, and I'm a knife maker. I'm from New Orleans, spent most of my childhood growing up in the city. Family moved to Mandeville when I was about 14, and then spent a couple years there. Joined the Army in 2008. Spent 7 years in the military. 2015, I left the Army, moved to Texas, went to college for a couple years. 2018, went home. My mom and I went around town and collected a bunch of railroad spikes with the intention to make a knife, and spent all day hammering on that thing, and looking back on it, it wasn't really much of a knife, but that's how it all started, with a railroad spike. 2019, I finished school and pretty much lived out of a backpack, man. I had an Osprey backpack that I put some clothes in and traveled all over the place, everywhere from Mexico to Vietnam. I was actually in Ukraine in 2019, Turkey, Thailand. So most of 2019 was kind of just a pretty nomadic, free-spirited year to where I just traveled, and ultimately ended up moving back here to New Orleans in November of 2019. A couple of months later, the world shut down, and that's when Down the River Forge became what it is today. Down the river is a place that we refer to here locally. If you say down the river, it usually means you're going down to Venice, Louisiana. That's where I was introduced to hunting and fishing by a buddy named Blake, who has deep roots down there. That's where his mom's side of the family's from, and that's where the inspiration for all of these knives come from. Down the river is not only a place, but a lifestyle. It's a place where people live off the land, hardworking, good people. And it was a place during my time in the military, I'd come home on leave and I'd always ask Blake, man, when are we going down the river? When are we going down the river? Because it was a place that was relaxing, but at the same time, you could challenge yourself and go on a hard hunt. And you always needed a good knife with you. So years go by, and then when it was time to pick a name for this business, I was going through all sorts of ideas, and it finally came to me, Down the River Forge.